Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video I am going to be trying to draw some hands, but we're going to draw them as gloves, or we're going to draw gloves over the hands. I don't know. I decided to do this because for the simpler version of my little character Banana Man, I would like him to be wearing gloves of some sort so that it can be easier to draw the hand, so I can save time and draw more comics with him. So we're gonna try to design some gloves today. I don't know if it'll turn out well. I don't know how it's gonna end up. I got a vague idea of what I want it to look like, and we're just gonna run with that. Alright. He's gonna have 5 fingers, even though I might sometimes draw it with 4, it just depends. We're gonna kind of just draw it in a hand sprawled out a little bit motion right now, so we'll actually need to like put those fingers out, but we're gonna worry about the thumb first, which the thumb, since it's in a glove, will go like this. I kind of want it to be relatively square, if that makes sense. Square, but I still want it to have hand and thumb shape. I'm not used to drawing like this, so this might not turn out so well on my first try. But you know, we still gonna try. Cause like, if you don't try, you never know how it's gonna turn out, you know? That's a little too round. I should have drawn these a little smaller so I could like fit more in here, but should have added a little detail to the folds here too. But it's looking like a weird glove, but this is something I'd be able to draw multiple times. Regardless of what this one turns out like, we're going to keep it on the page so we can have all the concepts. I need at least 2, but I'm hoping to get 4, but I'll probably get at most 3. Alright, get the fuck out of here. It's very messy, but I could produce a lot of these hands relatively easily. Obviously, I'd clean it up some, not a ton. But I could clean it up. And now for the final finger, and this one, which for the first 4-panel comic I have planned for Banana Man, I am actually going to need to have a semi-good hand reference that I want to go off of, because these hands are going to be not like, they're not going to be like, oh my god, if they're not perfect, the whole thing's ruined. But if they're not at least decent, it's gonna kind of suck, because they are still important to that specific comic, which I'm not gonna say it because I'm not exactly sure what I want it to be yet. I've got like 2 ideas, but both of them involve the hands a little bit. So I will need some... that's a little shitty. The pinky's pointed out too much. But I will need the gloves to be relatively good. They don't need to be perfect, like I said, but they need to at least be decent. The thing that actually probably needs to be better is the boots, but the boots is gonna be tomorrow's video. Or I'm gonna design them tonight and I'm just gonna draw them tomorrow too. I'll probably design them tomorrow because I did plan on doing something later. What time is it anyways? It's only 4 in the afternoon. It's fine. It'll be fine. Alright. Yep. Here's this. Could maybe point this thumb a little bit like this too. I like this thumb, but I don't really like the rest of the hand. I feel like it doesn't fit the thumb. But also it would, or the glove would, like, go out at the ends. There would maybe be a wrap right here, and then it would go like this. Right there, and maybe a slit in the side to be able to tighten it and loosen it with, I don't know, Velcro or string of some kind, who cares. Maybe that. I'm not sure. That's something that we can keep in mind. But that looks alright. But let's try another one. Also, I never gave this like any palm. You have palm on that side, right? Oh, I guess it's just like right there, really. It's mostly on this side. Yeah, it's hand. Okay, there's one thing I'm gonna actually do with this hand. Although I probably don't need to do it. What the fuck? Okay. Because we're just gonna leave it like that, but I am gonna lightly go over it with that eraser to get rid of the really light lines. And the reason I'm saying I probably don't need to do that is because, first, it makes all the lines lighter, and second, me putting my hand on it's just gonna do that. Because I will put my hand on it probably. Also, disregard that. That was just a random doodle that I just did beforehand. It's just a spell book in potion bottles. That one doesn't look necessarily that good. But, what am I doing yet? Oh yeah, gloves, 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 gloves. I kind of want to do one in like a sword hand holding position. I mean, it would actually be a staff, but you know, we can pretend like it's a sword hand. But only thing about that is I don't know what that looks like exactly. Where's my sword? That doesn't matter. I'll just grab this metal pipe. Alright, we're gonna draw it like this, so I'm gonna hold it like I would hold a sword, right? And think about it, but on the other side of my hand, because I can't hold my hand the other way for that much time, honestly. Alright, so knuckles there, fingers here, this one here, and wrapping around a bit, and this thumb right here, and staff right here. Alright, we're just gonna chuck that behind me and pretend like we know what we're doing now. This one's probably not going to end up looking very good, considering I don't have a reference, and I didn't have a reference for this one, but I can generally come up with what the hell a hand's going to look like in this position. This way, I don't know. Maybe I could have done this way, but that's pretty much just that, but backwards, so that's boring. Get the hell out of here. Alright, so gloves, we're still doing the glove thing, so try to make this bigger. We'll add the stick in here, and go ahead and do this. So this is the separation right there between my thumb and the back of my thumb. So that means this is actually in the wrong place. Whatever, that's fine. Put the hand, put the finger, right. So the glove. The thing is, this is a position that I'm actually gonna have to do. But I don't know what the hand looks like from this position, so I genuinely don't know how to draw it. I can't look at my hand in that position, really. Not effectively, at least. Right. We're gonna just try to get some shit down. Get some random shit down, you know? Some scribble gloves. There we go. Then we got the little band here that kind of wraps around itself. Then we got the rest of the glove right here. Goes around itself. Goes right there. We got that little section right there with the little tightening bit. And there we go. There's our wonderful glove. It's not terrible. I just genuinely didn't know what to do, so I just started spamming buttons, but you know, that's fine. That's what you do sometimes. Sometimes it turns out good, sometimes it doesn't. I think in this case it turned out decent, but definitely not the best. We're probably gonna put like one of these shapes on the back of the glove. I've seen this on the back of a lot of gloves. Oh, you're not gonna draw in the middle of my hand, but with an X in the middle. Just rub that into the carpet. It didn't come off. Okay. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Just pencil it. It'll just wash right off. The thumb is a little too high, but you know, that's not terrible. We got... I can't even call these V1 and 2 because they're the exact same glove. I already have a glove in mind. I'm really just trying to figure out like how to stylize the glove or actually draw the glove without having to put a bunch of detail into it. That's really what this is. Alright. How long? I literally just went to check how long the video was and then completely forgot to actually look. So let's try something different. I mean, it's still going to be the exact same glove, just a different position. Alright. This isn't exactly how you do hands, but you know, I don't do everything exactly how you're supposed to do it anyways. Because I don't know how you're exactly supposed to do things. So we just make shit up. That's what we're gonna do right now with a fist downwards. That's what we're going for, fist downwards. Alright, cool. Let's split this shit up into 4 panels. There we go, 4 of them. Alright. All of them but the pinky get a flat part. The pinky gets a pointy part. And then, what about the thumb? What about the thumb? Well, about the thumb, this shit go out here. Bam. These fingers need to be longer. There we go. There, that them damn fingies. Watch that. Bam. Ka-chow. Bazinga. Bazow. Got the back of that glove. Put that box on there that I said was gonna go on there. With that X. Maybe put some lines there, I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah, that's fine, but we'll don't really like that one that much, so we'll just put one cross through it. What now? We got at least enough room for one more right there. Should we just put chow? Used my hand as a reference before, and it turned out decently well when I did that. So we'll just go ahead and do that again. Chuck down a shape of the hand. Just kind of scribble this shit in fast, you know. Put the breaks in. There's the breaks. There we go. Dare them fingers out. This one actually tucks into that one, but you know, that's fine. Then this one does actually kind of go that far out, but it's much skinnier, but that's also fine. Not a huge deal. Hand still goes out. Thumb goes up pretty far. Goes like this. Big swoop with thumb. Alright, there we go with that. These fingers are actually on the palm, so we gotta extend these bitches and shorten the palm, therefore bring the thumb up. There we go, that's fine. And we'll do a little bit of the wrist. Little bit of the wrist. There we go. Okay, now let's try to turn this into something with a glove. If I am able to draw gloves relatively well, I will completely skip drawing hands anytime the hands are not a focus on the drawing. And I'm not doing this because I can't draw hands. I'm not the best at hands, but I can draw them relatively well. It just takes me like 20 or 30 minutes per hand, which I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that when I'm not just drawing a hand. I ain't taking 20 to 30 minutes per frickin' hand. Nah, ain't doing that crap. Alright. Whoops. Hold on. Let's go ahead and hit that undo button a couple times. Alright. Let's go ahead and start with these fingers. The fingers. We were going like this instead of this. We weren't like this, we were like this. So we gotta break that shit up. Break that shit up. Alright. There we go. How far this one reached? This one actually reaches farther, but it actually starts much later than the other one. Alright. There we go. Then we got the pinky, which actually starts, oh yeah, that starts about there actually. Reaches all the way down to here. There we go. Perfecto. Is it really? Nah, but we can say that, and then it doesn't really matter if we say it or not. Alright, let's go ahead and erase that little extra bits. Them little extras, you know. Do that, do that, do that. Do that. Okay, oh, the fucking eraser's gone, almost gone. That's why. I broke it. Well, that's not fun. Alright, fine. Okay, fine. We'll just use a regular freaking eraser. There, you happy? Alright. Now, for this fingers, we need to get a glove ready. There we go. There's glove. Is it good? Absolutely not. I don't like that. We're gonna shorten that shit down to 2 links. Even though it should be that long, it looks wrong. So we're just gonna kinda do it a little differently. I want to bend that a bit. We want to go like this. And we want to go like this. And alright, well, I got food, so we're gonna finish this up real quick. Alright, got that thumb right there. And you got that hand, rest of that hand. Put that palm right here. Some wrinkles in the glove. That fungus is still off. But you know, it's chill. It's fine. Alright, this deviated from what this video was originally supposed to be, which was me making concepts. I made the concept, and I decided what it was. Now I'm just drawing it. This one's a poorly drawn version, but that's fine. We'll figure out what it looks like along the way. Anyways, which one's your favorite? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one's your favorite? Comment down below. Like the video, subscribe, do whatever, but I don't know. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever. Bye.